Before anything else, let me ask you a difficult question. Have you been tired lately? Or have you been pretending you're not? You don't have to be strong here. You can just be honest. Sit down for a moment. I know you rarely stop, but today, before anything else, I want you to rest here, with me. I see you, more than you think.
Sometimes I feel like I'm still moving, still functioning. But inside, I'm exhausted.
I know. You learned to be strong early. You learned to solve everything. You learned not to depend on anyone. That's how you survived. But now, that same strength is hurting you.
I don't know how to live differently. If I let go even a little, I feel afraid, like everything will fall apart.
You confuse control with care. But when you hold something too tightly, you don't protect it. You break it. You were not created to be the structure that holds everything up. You were created to be shelter, including for yourself.
But if I don't hold it together, who will?
That question lives at the center of your exhaustion. You look at tomorrow like someone guarding a house at night, afraid something will break in. But tell me, when have I ever slept while you stayed awake?
I never thought about it that way.
You live in constant alert, as if something bad is always about to happen. That is anxiety. It's imagining fires in houses that are still standing.
Then why does it feel so real?
Because fear speaks loudly, but it never tells the whole truth. You listen to fear every day, but you rarely listen when rest calls your name.
I feel guilty when I stop, like resting means weakness.
You were taught that rest is failure, but I teach you differently. Rest is trust. It's saying, I don't have control, but I trust the one who does.
And what if I trust, and nothing changes?
Some things don't change on the outside first. They change inside you, so you can walk the process without losing yourself. You are not late. You are not broken. You have not disappointed me.
Then why does everything feel so heavy?
Because you are carrying alone what was never meant to be carried alone. You talk to me, but then you keep holding everything afterward.
I'm afraid to let go.
I know, so start small. Today, don't fix everything. Don't solve the future. Don't punish yourself for being tired. Today, just breathe.
It feels like something is getting lighter.
Because it is. When you stop fighting alone, the weight finally finds somewhere else to rest. Let me teach you something important. You don't need to come to me strong. You can come tired, confused, without words. I don't care for perfect versions of you. I care for honest hearts. Some people are carrying fear. Others are carrying control. Some carry guilt. Some live in anxiety. Others are still holding the past, or the expectation of who they were supposed to be. And many are simply carrying exhaustion.
I feel so lost.
You don't need to
Can you
carry
guide me?
all of that alone.
Peace, child.
Before
Walk
we
with-
finish, let me tell you a story. It's a simple one, but if you listen carefully, you might recognize yourself in it. There was a woman who carried a backpack everywhere she went. She never took it off. Not at home, not at work, not even when she sat down to rest. The backpack wasn't heavy at first. It started small. Inside it, she placed her worries. Just a few. Just in case, she said. Over time, she added more. Disappointments she never talked about. Conversations she replayed in her mind. Mistakes she promised herself she would never repeat. Each one felt small, but together, they began to change the way she walked. People around her noticed. They said, "You look tired." She smiled and answered, "I'm fine." But every step required more effort. Every morning felt heavier than the last. One day, she sat down on the side of the road. Her shoulders burned. Her breath was short, and she asked herself a quiet question. When did walking become so hard? I sat beside her. I didn't rush her. I didn't ask her to explain. After a moment, I said, "You don't have to carry that anymore." She looked at me confused and said, "But if I take it off, what if I need what's inside?" I asked her, "Tell me, how many of the things you're carrying have actually helped you move forward?" She didn't answer, so I gently opened the backpack. Inside were fears that never happened, guilt that was never forgiven, control she never truly had, pain that had already passed, but was still being carried. I handed the backpack back to her and said, "You can keep carrying this, or you can trust me with it." She hesitated. Letting go felt unfamiliar, almost irresponsible. But exhaustion leaves you with few choices. Slowly, she placed the backpack on the ground. Nothing dramatic happened. The sky didn't change. The road didn't disappear. But when she stood up, she noticed something. She was lighter. For the first time in a long while, walking felt possible again. Not because the road was easier, but because she was no longer carrying what never belonged to her. This is what I want you to understand. You don't get tired because you're weak. You get tired because you carry too much for too long. Some of the weight you're holding was meant to be released. Some of it was never yours to begin with. And just like her, you are allowed to put it down. Not all at once, not perfectly, just one burden at a time. You don't have to prove your strength anymore. You can walk lighter. Before we end this conversation, I want to leave you with one question. What is the one thing you've been carrying even though it's already too heavy? Maybe it's fear, maybe control, maybe guilt, anxiety, the past, an expectation, or just exhaustion. If you feel comfortable, write one word in the comments. Just one. The word that represents what your heart needs to release today. And while you write it, remember this: you are not letting it go alone. We'll continue this conversation when your heart needs it.
I've been searching for a sign in the middle of the night, asking heaven if you hear me when I'm losing all my light. I've been faithful in the quiet. I've been crying on my knees, trying hard to keep believing that you still